Hi guys, Roxanne here from Tiny Home Living. Well, we just picked up our new laying hens at the UFA store. Well, the chicks. So I'm just going to show you what we got this year. Time to replenish the flock a bit. We're getting down in numbers. So just got these little peepers home. I got 10 Speckled Sussex, 10 Ameracauna, and 6 Buffs. Oh my goodness. These guys get locked up when we're in town, so they're happy to get out. Oh my goodness. There you go. And I have some pretty ones. Some of them are pretty tiny. But then I guess it's been a while since we had. No, you can't go in there. You guys stay out. Come on, buddy, it's time to go outside now. He always hangs back and lets everybody get out of the way because they always pick on him. Doesn't take them long to make themselves at home. Look at that little guy picking at the dots on the wood. Now I've turned the light on. This has got it at 18 inches. It's nice today. I think we've turned the corner, but it's only been getting up to about 10 degrees Celsius every day, so pretty chilly. We had a frost warning the night before last night, so it's been a really chilly. Oh my goodness, look how puffy that one is. That's hilarious. There's a pretty green egg. Guess I'll get my eggs collected. Hey, Chrissy. She just went in. Didn't she, sweetie? Who's a pretty girl? Who's a pretty girl? Come on, buddy. Time to go outside with your girls. One little guy right there stands out like a sore thumb. He's so fat and his little... He looks like he's got a little fluffy wig on. Hilarious. Looks like a little fluffy mullet. So they're all getting comfortable under the light. Lots of them are going to drink. And they're super, super active. They're not just walking, they're darting really quickly everywhere. So now they are trying to eat the sawdust. So I don't know. Some people say not to feed them for the first 24 hours. They are trying to eat the sawdust. I had a whole bunch of apple peels. Hi, Barney. To give these guys from yesterday. I did a bunch of pies for the freezer, so they're happy now. They hate it when we leave them in the run now. Somebody's having a bath. Poor little Baldy there. Oh my goodness. Now we are going to have a bit of a problem when those babies get mature. If we go to town, we usually leave the chickens locked in here. So I don't know what we're going to do. We might end up having to put the babies over in the meat bird run after we harvest the meat birds. That might be too far. Oh, really, Barney? Pretty hard to talk around here without a rooster. You can see all the wood we have in the garden. The night before last we had a frost warning and it was pretty chilly. We were out here till dark. Covering this stuff all up with pails and plastic and everything. But I haven't shown the garden yet, and so far it's doing really, really well. These bigger corn plants are the ones that I started inside, and you go to the new ones that have come up by seed, and they're, again, you know, for the amount of time it takes to start these inside and water them and everything else, Like, that's really not doing that bad compared to the ones that were started inside. And I believe all of these ones, this is the early sun glow, so they were smaller plants to begin with. And this is the honey and cream. So if you look down, you can see the ones at the end that are a little taller. But once these come up, I mean, they're just off to the races. And I think it's because this garden soil is so good. And I kind of experimented. The odd one I put 2 seeds in just to see if 2 seeds come up, and they always do. So it's really good seed. The peas are doing good. This is the peas, and this row of beans are the last rows we got in, and they were very late. But you can see those ones are up. These are the first row I did, I think. No, that's the second row I did. Maybe it's the first. And then this one, again, the odd one I planted 2 seeds, and 2 plants are coming up. They still get kind of tucked in underneath the fabric there, so we have to help them out for the first little while. Once they're out good, they're fine. But the wind blows the fabric too, and they kind of get stuck in behind there. That one's a weed. That's grass under there. So yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go through the whole garden again. They grow so fast, and get these all out from underneath the fabric. They're already sending out suckers to grow onto the wire, so we're going to have to get that done. And the holes that are missing here, that nothing came up, I have gone back and put more seeds in. Now, these ones, I believe, this whole row was done with seeds that I had saved from the peas. So they've done really, really well. Not as well as the brand new seeds, but there's still some holes missing over there too. This row is spinach, and not much of it came up, so I did go through and plant more. The tomatoes are doing great. Let me see. These ones over here are the ones that came from seed. And again, you can see there's 2 there. So they're actually, everything is coming up really good. These end ones are the ones that I planted seed in. I don't see one in this hole. There's one here. The problem with tomatoes is getting them to mature. Now there's 2 in that hole, 2 in that hole. These are all from seed. So the problem with tomatoes in Alberta is getting them to mature before things freeze up. If we get another fall like last year, we'll do fine. And these are tomato plants that Rita gave me, so they're all ready to be pruned and trimmed. They're doing so well. So, gonna get that done, and I'll have to put cages on them pretty soon. We did 2 rows of corn this year. We only did 1 last year, half a row of each kind, and this year we did a whole row of each kind because we were really pleased with it. And we have ordered a freeze dryer. We're going to be splitting it with our friends, and so I don't like buying canned corn or anything anymore, so we're going to freeze dry some. And a lot of other stuff this year. So that's going to be super exciting. We'll have to do a video on that, of course. Now look at this nightmare, would ya? We didn't put fabric down on here. We put the stuff in here that is difficult to grow in the big garden because the onions and things like that that you have to pull, it kind of wrecks the fabric. So I planted 2 rows of onions. They came up really well. I have weeded here as much as I can, but look at this nightmare. This is what the whole thing did look like. Isn't that awful? So we have to go through and find the carrots. Carrots over there. We did find the beets. I think I might have pulled some of them up. We found the butternut squash. So we're picking the weeds around it, but I think I've either got pickling cucumbers or zucchini in here, and then the other over there. So Chris is going through and pulling most of the thistles, and then I'm going through, sitting on a bucket and pulling all of these weeds. Isn't that awful? So we are going to have to think of something different here, maybe do raised beds in this area, and I mean really high beds, like 2 feet or something, so that you can easily grow the onions or potatoes or whatever you want to grow. But this is insane. I can't do this. I'm too old for this. So I will get it all pulled this year, because then it'll, you know, you don't want to just till them all under and replant all the weeds. So I am gonna weed this whole garden if it kills me. All of our evergreens have done really, really well this year. Everybody's have. Because of the rain we've had off and on. We've had some real nice dumps of rain, not long rain, but it's better than nothing. And so we've had some nice growth on all the little evergreen trees. And I have replaced a pear tree that died. The one down there is still really sickly looking, but I'm hoping having this one here will help that one. Not sure. And one of my crabapple trees is dead. The other one's doing really well. So we're getting to things gradually. I bought the paint. We're gonna get the greenhouse painted. I brought a really nice green color for that, and lots of work to do. Always lots to do. Chris is bringing this from the back there where he's digging out to shore up the side here a little bit, because the chickens kept digging in there. What I call the orchard is doing really well. I was worried about these suckers, the raspberries. They're actually growing inside the greenhouse too, if you can believe that. But there's actually berries coming on the raspberries. I just noticed this right now, and that is an absolute first. I don't know what it is about this year. Tons and tons of suckers for the raspberries. I did cut down the old canes. We planted some more haskaps, and as you can see before in a video, you know, I pinched the tops off, sort of like this. I pinch that top off, and then what you'll get is 2 branches. You can see it right here. You'll get 2 branches out of every single one that you pinch off. So these are brand new plants. I had gone through and pinched them all off. Now I could do that again, but these are super, super healthy plants. The big haskaps are covered in berries for the first time. The apple tree is absolutely covered in little apples, just covered. My cherry tree that I took this branch off of, I was worried I had hurt it, damaged it, but it has just fluffed right out with so much new growth. Really happy with that. The miniature cherry tree is absolutely loaded with cherries again. So hopefully I'll get a single pie out of this puppy. Who knows, the birds might get them. We've got to cover these all. This dead apple tree, I left it and pruned it last year, and I mean, that's actually turning into a pretty sizable tree. I am going to get more rooter pots from Lee Valley and put a rooter pot on this one to get another tree out of there. And I'm going to do the same with the Gloria tree. I cut the tree off where it was dead, but there's so much growth in the bottom of here, and I'm actually going to try and get 2 or 3 rooter pots in here to get Gloria trees out of there, because that's the ones that those apples make my apple jelly really pink. That is a replacement tree for the one that was dead here, and it seems to be doing really well. It's a Norland. I made a new map of the trees. This is the rhubarb we got from a friend at church. I've already picked the biggest stalks and put them in pies. But for the first time in 4 or 5 years, my rhubarb plants are coming up. This one here is doing the best, but these 2 are not too bad. Those 2, I chopped one by mistake, but I've already pulled the rhubarb that I could. More new haskaps along here, and then these are the ones I already had. The little gooseberry I thought was dead, but look at that. I pruned it and it's got all new growth in there. The gooseberries all have berries on them this year, which I don't know. There's some there. They're actually a decent size right now. This one here had the most on it. I can't see them now. They kind of hang underneath, yeah, like the currants do. This haskap bush is covered in haskaps. Again, they kind of hang underneath. So this one was absolutely loaded with blossoms. You can see them there. So these three are the biggest, and that one at the end there. So we'll see what we get for, I mean, getting anything at all is better than what I've been getting, which is nothing. So maybe moving them outside, you can see it right there. They're very green still, so they're sort of hard to pick out. But anyway, and some of the little ones already have berries on them too. So really happy with this. Everything's just doing really, really well this year. Of course, we picked this currant bush absolutely clean last year, hoping that it would give us more berries. And not only was it loaded, absolutely loaded in blossoms, which means we're going to get a lot of fruit, it has really sprung up in height with new growth. I pruned all the dead canes out of there, and I've never done that before. So again, really super happy with that. And then the other one is, where's my finger, over there on the other side of the property. I haven't looked at it, and we don't know where our fence went for it, but this keeps the chickens off them. So gonna get a lot of currants this year. Really happy about that too. Guys, just going out to check on the new babies. We were really apprehensive about getting these laying hens, the chicks, because we had such huge losses with the meat birds and turkeys. I think we have 5 out of 11 turkeys left, and I think about 36 out of 52 meat birds. So huge losses this year. Everybody on the Alberta Chicken page is reporting huge losses that came from Miller hatcheries. I guess they changed hands last year, so don't know what's going on. But we did fill out our form to get them replaced. You get a coupon for next year, but we lost 1 or 2 after that too. So anyway, we were really worried because these are coming from the same hatchery. Look at this. She's looking at me like, what are you talking about? Is that Hazel? Yes, that's Hazel. You just want to say hello, Hazel? So yeah, we were really apprehensive. I was worried, you know, when we went to bed last night, if we were going to wake up and find a half a dozen dead. But they all look super active. It's scary when they sleep because they do splay out and they do look like they're dead when they're sleeping. But they're all looking really good, really active, and they're not all clumping under the heat today. It is a warmer day. The window's open, they've got lots of water, and there's that little fat guy right by the water dish. Look at, he stands out from all the other ones. His head is so big and puffy. So I'm going to assume that's going to be a rooster. It's so huge. But it's funny, I can actually pick him out from all the other chicks, even though they look so much the same. I still don't know which ones are the Speckled Sussex and which ones are the Ameracauna. I honestly don't know if it's because they're both kind of stripy in a way. And I'm really excited. Look at Hazel stepping right on my foot. Are you afraid somebody else is getting some attention? Hey, what's going on, Hazel? What's going on, sweetie? She's getting a little bit of bald spots again on her head and her wings. But we'll keep an eye on her because you're a very special girl. Oh, maybe I'm in her way. She probably wants to jump up onto the little bridge to go in and lay her big giant egg. You lay a really big egg every day, don't you, sweetie? Hmm? Yes, you do. Or are you just jealous of the attention? Now I see one over there, a little buff with, looks like poopy bum, so I might have to check for that and make sure nobody's plugged out. Look at her, she still wants attention. What's going on, Hazel? Are you trying to figure out how to get up there? We did have a 5-gallon pail in here with chick starter to give them something to jump up onto there, because they're still adjusting to the changes here and they are not happy at all. Yeah, she's looking to get up there. We might have to put like a little step here for them. She's like, what the heck happened? How am I supposed to get up there? That's what she's doing. So yeah, really happy. Got up today. I mean, look at that little one there that's sleeping. See, it looks dead, but it's not. And I don't know, where's that little guy? Oh, we'll call him Fathead. He's over in the corner there now. My goodness. I can't believe the difference between him and the others. Yeah, look at this one. It's going back to sleep already. He looks dead. But anyway, I'm going to help Hazel up here. What's going on, sweetie? Did he take your pail away? Oh my goodness, it's so hard adjusting, isn't it? Yeah, she's like, where the heck is the step to get up here? And of course she wants the box in the corner that's now the favorite one that somebody else is already in. You're just going to have to pick a different one. Come on, get in there and lay your big egg. They're still not using, like they should easily be able to hop from here up to here, but they're still not using the top ones as much as the bottom ones. They sure don't like change. Oh, she's going in now. If I have to, she says. Anyway, oh, the little guy that was sleeping just got run over like a road runner. Look at this little guy here. Like I say, they look like they're dead. The little wings splay out a bit. There he goes. Anyhow, pretty relieved. Hopefully this'll just stay the way it is and not lose too many like we did with the meat birds. So there you go, guys. Healthy babies, hopefully. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time.